ladies and gentlemen, I would first like to begin by congratulating Mr. Kataria, Harish Sahani. He's a Singh, all right, but has the name of Sahani. His associates, not the least his daughter, and Dr. Uma Mysurkar, who has consistently supported the cause of Hindus, fought for the glory of temples, and been recently decorated in our home state, Karnataka, for our contribution to the Hindu cause. I know that dinner is awaiting, but I asked Dr. Mysurkar how long I can speak. She said, as long as you want. But I will not test your patience and all the people who are waiting to serve dinner. I'll try to, in a nutshell, explain the theme of what I'm going to speak and the background in which I've chosen this topic, that corruption is our main disease and Hindutva is our main cure. The fact of the matter today is, as Stephen Knapp said just now, the influence of Hinduism is growing all over the world. The rich in America are accepting the Hindu tenets even if they don't formally become Hindus. Some have even become formally Hindus. Hollywood's richest actress, Julia Roberts, went to Haryana for a shooting, and there she noticed that poor people, had little stress on their face. So she asked some people in the shooting and in the troop, and she was taken to a Swamiji, and who explained to her that if you follow the principles of Gita, that you have freedom of action but no right to the fruit of that action. As Krishna explained, he said if you adopt that principle, you can never have stress. And that is the principle on which we can re-establish the glory of Hinduism once again. Only 600, 700 years ago, we are the world's richest country, accounting for nearly 30% of the world GDP. We are producing everything. We were the front runners in science. And people who came from abroad, like the Chinese travelers, Faxian and Yuan, people who came from Portugal, people who came from the United States, like Mark Twain, they all noticed that the one outstanding quality of an Indian was that he was honest. And their honesty was so pervading that they didn't even lock their houses when they went outside. All that is transformed because of foreign aggression, and we became weak and became one of the poorest countries in the world. Now the economic growth is increasing. We find that the ashrams of Sri Ravi Shankar, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Ramdev, of course Sai Baba, all are filled with foreigners who are very well to do, who should have no reason to be unhappy if money was the cure for everything. But they are coming to search for the way. Recently a book by Richard Goldberg, published by Random House. The book is titled American Veda. And he describes the fascination for the rational, logically minded American for Hindu philosophy and Hindu logic. So with this growth of Hinduism's appeal, naturally those who are in competition with us in conversions, they are adopting all kinds of new methods to put India down. And we have to recognize that. No more it is the old method of fighting wars. Now it's a different way. Now it's through the mind. We are told we are not one people. We are Aryans and Dravidians. A lot of Indians have swallowed this. But the DNA does not show that. Research done at the University of Cambridge, the University of Houston, in Mysore, all show that Indians have the same DNA. We may have in the extremes of India, territorial extremes of India, some other influences, but the dominant DNA is the same. Skin color has got nothing to do with race. Skin color has got to do with pigmentation. Pigmentation has got to do with your exposure to the sun. Closer to the equator, the sun's rays are direct. Michael Jackson proved it by removing the pigmentation in his skin and became a white man. But in terms of DNA, there's no difference. Some couple of years ago in Bombay, there was a politician by the name Raj Thackeray who said that Maharashtra should be reserved for Marathis, and these taxi drivers of Bombay, they are all UP walas, they have come here, they don't belong here. I decided to get a hair sample of Raj Thackeray, and I got it through a friend of mine who was a friend of his. I sent it to a laboratory in Hyderabad. I also caught hold of one taxi driver and UP wala and took his hair sample. And when the report came, it said the DNA of both are the same. So I publicly announced that Raj Thackeray has actually come from UP. Who is he to talk about the taxi driver? He is still not contradicted. If he challenges me, ask him to come on a public platform with me and in front of everybody give me a hair sample. So this Aryan, Dravidian, linguistic difference, India is a heterogeneous country. All these are to divide us, weaken us. And then, if that's not enough, to make you defensive, so that you don't say that I'm a Hindu. See, I may be Hindu, but I do all my puja at home, but I'm secular. Now what does that mean? Hindu is secular. When we were 100% Hindu in this country, in India, the Jews came to India, we built their synagogues. And when Israel was formed, the first resolution passed in Parliament is, thank you India, you're the only country which didn't discriminate against the Jews. Same thing with Parsis. They went helter-skelter after the invasion by the Muslims of Iran. And the only place they have survived is India.